Back like we never left. It's Monday morning. Morning run, Big Dog Chico. Yours truly, Uncle Neely. All-Star NBA weekend. Was it a success? Tyreek has been released, and a coach got fired for telling the truth. It's the morning run, Chico.
Yeah, welcome once again to the morning run with Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico, and the runners out there. Everybody, runners, mount up. It is Monday morning, February 16, 2026, day after the NBA All-Star game. A lot of news popping off in the sports world today. We got to get to it. So y'all make sure y'all get in the chat, join the conversation, put your city, your state, your questions, your comments, anything else in the chat that you would like for us to address. Please put it there so we can get to it. Appreciate y'all joining us on this Monday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is you're checking in from. We appreciate it. Uncle Neely with the JSU hat and the CU pullover in the building. Oh, no. What's happening, Uncle?
It's all good in the hood, man. Matter of fact, major network, traditional network, is on JSU campus right now. Shout out to those guys. You like how I ain't mentioned them. See, I ain't say they let you go. Man, you know what to do if you coming in and checking in. I see Montgomery, Alabama, Waco, Texas, all in the building. Reverend BJ Nelson is checking in the building. Chico, we didn't have an Unk and Chico last night, so I didn't get the opportunity to ask you. So this is the first opportunity I get to ask you. Before we really get into all this sports news, there's a lot to talk about today. Were you over or under budget on Valentine's Day? Because, Chico, I know they call you Duncan Hines back in Selma, Alabama, because you was a cake baker. They say you a baker cake. They say you a cake them. They can't compete with Chico because he buy everybody dozen roses. Chico, how was your Valentine's Day?
Man, please. Nothing like that with me, though. I got two girls, so my Valentine's Day was spent with them and doing their thing and making sure that they were happy. That's what I was doing. So, I didn't spend too much. I got to the point to where I'm not letting Valentine's Day dictate, the money I spend or anything of that nature. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm not one of those guys. So eventually one of these days I'm gonna be one of those guys that don't celebrate any holidays.
Any commercial holiday, I'm with you.
Commercial holidays. There you go. That's the best. That's the best way to put it. That's all right. What about you? How many did you spend on? How many roses did you buy?
Woo, man, in this area? Or what we talk like just globally? Because I'm international. look, internet. Now, Chico, serious business. Let me see. 3, 6, carry the 1, 0. Nada. Yeah. I got out clean, Chico. Here's how you do it though, Chico.
That's her name, Nada. Okay, Nada got something. All right.
That's a go.
Where's she from?
Thailand. Chico, here's how you get out of it.
Man.
Don't do nothing on Valentine's Day and blow all your bread. Send them some flowers in May. Yeah.
Who won't?
Why? Because here's what you get to say when Valentine's Day comes. You get something, baby. I celebrate you all year long. I ain't participating in that commercial bull jump. All these prices. I ain't doing that. I show you love all year long. I don't have to wait on February 14th.
And she gonna say, listen, you need to show me love on February 14th, like everybody else does. Because
and then
you show me all year long.
The words of Positive K, who dropped that song, I Got a Man, What Your Man Got to Do With Me? I ain't trying to hear that, you see?
Positive K.
You can keep your man, because I don't go that route.
Well,
she said, well, my man buys me things and he takes me out. But you can keep your man because I don't go that route.
Yeah, well, I think that song was made about Uncle Neely, y'all, and he tried to change his ways nowadays. But hey, it's all good. We got somebody else who need to try to change their ways too, Unc. Let's go down to some NFL football and some trending topics of what's happening today in sports. And look like those guys, those Dolphins down in Miami, are trying to clean house. They've already released several guys, one of them including Pro Bowler Bradley Chubb and All-Pro Bowler superstar receiver Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
they released him from the Dolphins, clearing up a hell of an amount of cap room. What do you think about that move for the Dolphins, and where could Tyreek Hill end up? Huh?
It's going to depend on that physical. You know, he had a major major injury, September, late September. Let's call it. Let's round it to October. I think it was in September, late September when he had it. I think what is Tyreek, about 31, 32-ish, somewhere in there?
Tyreek Hill, 32 years old, recovering from that dislocated knee and torn ACL, would now be an free agent for the first time in his career. His release would save the Dolphins $22.8 million against the salary cap next year, is what I'm trying to say.
Looking at what all the Dolphins did, organizational changes, players they're releasing. Clearly, they're going in a rebuild kind of direction and want to clear up some cash for free agency. Clearly, they're going to have some good picks in the draft with the way they finished the season. But to your Tyreek question, I don't know where he's going to end up, but like he will play again because Tyreek at 75-85% is still faster than most DBs in the league. So I think he has an opportunity, but it's all going to depend on how successful the surgery went, which I didn't hear anything to say it didn't. But now that rehab process is underway, take that serious and get that right. But I'm sure he saw this coming, so I'm sure he's doing everything he can to get ready to play again in the NFL for somebody else. This should not have been a surprise to him because he was asking to leave. He wanted to leave.
Yeah. Well, a good situation for him. He need to get somewhere where he can have a chance to win. You talk about one of the most prolific receivers in the league, super fast, like you said, one of the fastest guys in the league. And I think he just needs an opportunity to get with a good quarterback and a good team that has a chance to win, like he was
in like Patrick
Kansas
Mahomes?
City. Yeah, like he was in Kansas City. So I was going to ask you that.
What about back there, Chico? You think he can go back?
That's what I was going to ask, but to go back to a city where you played and won, and then you go and now somebody else has your number. I know this is a small thing, but you got Pacheco there wearing his number 10. Would he go back there and wear a different number? Like, would that be a factor in you going back there, or would you consider going to another team?
Hey, I'm getting there. Ain't Bieniemy going back?
I think Bieniemy is back. Yeah. Yep.
I go back. Yeah, I go back, even if it meant a different number. I go back. Let me be clear. It's certainly going to be a pay cut. Yes, you can't come back to me at age 32 after significant knee injury and think you're finna get what you got the last time you was here. So you're going to have to humble yourself on the pay grade. But when you got Patrick Mahomes and you got Bieniemy calling the plays and you got the head coach and all future Hall of Fame head coach. But then again, I don't know the way they did Bill Belichick. He might not be. But should be a future Hall of Fame head coach. Yeah. I go back.
I definitely think about it. I have all of my options open right now. I'd prove that I'm healthy.
Yeah.
That's a huge, significant knee injury. I prove that I'm healthy, and I'll find me the right fit.
Receiver one.
Yeah, Buffalo does, but if I'm Tyreek, do I want to go play in the cold up there in Buffalo? You do have Josh Allen with a super strong arm. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would definitely be intentional about this process. A lot of people are asking, or I just saw a question asked, should the Dallas Cowboys sign him?
No, we good, fam. We good. We're gonna franchise.
Really? You would want to put him?
We're gonna franchise tag Pickens, and we got CD. We good.
Man, we just gonna say we good. You're not even gonna consider it or say, hey, we can get him for a low price or something like that. You're just gonna say, no, dog.
But keep in mind, man, we finna focus on defense. There's nothing wrong with our offense. Like we got two first round picks coming up, and they both need to be defensive players. Like our offense was not the problem last year. It ain't been the problem the past 3 years. We can't stop a nosebleed. And bringing on the Tyreek doesn't change that. I'd rather go find a Tyreek.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. Tyreek on defense. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Hell, you might need to try to play Tyreek on defense with some of the guys that they put on defense out there.
Chico, as bad as we was last year, defense, me and you can get out there. Hey, Chico, a missed tackle is a missed tackle.
Yeah.
What's the difference between me and you missing it?
A damn thing.
Yeah.
It might just look a little worse. but he's still a missed tackle. So hey, y'all let us know in the chat where y'all think Tyreek Hill should end up. And go from there, man. But before we move on, let's go to an OG right quick. It has nothing to do with sports, but I just want to give a shout out to the OG who's celebrating a birthday today. He's our OG, your OG.
Who that?
Everybody's OG.
Who that?
Give it up for Ice T. Yeah.
Today Ice T birthday? Man, happy birthday, Ice T.
Happy birthday to Ice T. That's not Ice T. That's Ice T right there, though.
Yeah, shout out to Ice T, man. I told you I
8
met him
years old.
looking at his wife booty.
Ice T.
Yeah, true story.
All right. You look in and put a gun to your head and try to blow your brains out.
He got that slight lisp there. Ain't a lisp. It's something though. It's something else, but I don't know.
Yo, I was disturbed this past weekend. I just happened to watch. I had an urge to want to watch that. What is it? SVU with Ice-T on there. So I pull it up, and the first episode come on. I never seen this on SVU. The first episode comes on. Ice-T's walking in the park. He sees two people, a man and a woman, arguing. He tried to break it up as the police officer. The man comes and attack him. I mean, the woman and the man comes and attack him. And now Ice-T is getting beat up on the show. I said, hold up. I never seen Ice-T get beat up on this show before. He got it whooped. So,
should mind his own business.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Got a new writers on the show. But anyways, let's go on to some more news out there in the world today. Unk, you saw the All-Star game? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did, man.
Okay.
I did.
What'd you think about it?
I missed the dunk contest, but I watched all of the USA versus World or whatever they were calling it last night. Mm-hmm. I'll say this, Chico. At least the spirit of participation and intensity was there.
Yeah.
And so whether they switch or try another format, who knows? Because they're gonna listen to the ratings and the pollsters. But I love that at least the game had defensive and offensive intensity. You know, it was still playing around and celebratory, but you could tell that it was more serious this year.
Yeah, it was.
And starting with Wembyano, I think he set the tone for that.
Yeah. I think that, with the first game being the Stars versus the World, which is the one that ended on a big 3-pointer by Scotty Barnes at the buzzer, 37-35 was the win. I think that, like you said, set the tone with Wemby and Anthony Edwards coming out playing hard. You see Wemby going after shots and trying to block shots, pinning shots to the glass. Mm-hmm. You're like, damn, okay, you want to really play. And what I think it sets up is what this format is. They're playing now for pride. They tried to find what's the motivation for these guys. They put money out there, West, East. You get home court advantage. They tried all different type of things, but what they play for is pride. Goes back to my 7th grade coach. He used to say, hey, man, we're going to break down on pride. Yes, it goes back on PRIDE. And when you put the world on their chest and you have them versus the USA Stars and Stripes team, now you're playing for something. Now you're playing for a little bit of bragging rights and pride. And now that's why you saw what happened right there. And I think the Stars prevailed at the end, and it shows their youth, and the league is in great hands moving forward. So I got to ask you, Unk, should the league be worried for life after LeBron?
First, let me say this, Chico. Everybody that's a morning runner, historic morning runner, been with us the past 12 months, they know that you play for pride. You see the prop, Chico, pride. You get it, pride. They know that you play.
The different type of pride you play for, dog. That's crazy.
They've always played for pride.
It is, yeah.
No. I mean, we have a 5-minute stretch of a serious show one day.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
All right.
I'm out here using my professional voice.
One day, let's try it at the same time.
All right.
All right. Right now, we're finna try for the next 5 minutes. Right now, both.
It's like when the kids, you tell the kids, listen, we're gonna play the quiet game. Let's play the quiet game.
Yeah.
Got to tell the kids that.
So come on, here we go now.
Got to tell Unk. All right, Unk, we're gonna be serious.
Yeah, we're finna be serious. Like
ready,
3,
go.
2, go. Serious. I don't think it's about worried about life after LeBron. Of course, he continues to set records every time he participates in an All-Star game at this point because you have enough personality out there. Yeah, between Ant-Man and Obama coming to the game, that could sustain you. They damn relationship is hysterical. But I think if you do anything, man, that can bring back and keep competition and guys actually wanting to win and wanting to be there, I think it's a good thing, man. And shout out to Dame Dollar for winning the 3-point contest on a bad wheel. Hadn't played this season, but is well enough to participate in that and won it.
I still think it was an advantage for him though. Like you can't really move. What else you gonna do? Shoot the hell out of the ball. You can stand still, stationary, and shoot the hell out of the ball. So I think it was a little bit of an advantage for him.
But do you think he should have been able to play when he hasn't played?
That's the question.
I'm waiting on that.
I didn't think about that. For the star power, for the fact to see Dame, yes. For the fact that he didn't play all this year, no. But then when you factor in the fact that you've brought up a guy from the G League that wasn't even in the NBA to participate and win the NBA dunk contest, and he won it 3 years in a row, then hell, you done set the precedence for it now. So yeah,
they might well let us.
We cover NBA, so maybe we can play in the NBA All-Star game. Like
we should definitely be in a celebrity game, Chico.
You know what? Maybe you should be coaching and let me play. All right, because I see your jump shot. I heard about your jump shot.
You just earned right there.
I heard about the jump shot.
If we ever play the game together, I ain't passing your ass the ball just because of that.
Good.
I thought we were gonna be together. I thought we were gonna be together, Chico.
We are, but we got to be real about it. You be coach and let me shoot. That's all. I saw you. I heard.
So you got more confidence in Drewski than you got your boy. I would draw the question.
I would definitely have y'all guarding each other. Yeah.
Who you guard, Glorilla? She weigh your ass out.
I'll guard Glorilla. You guard Brorilla. There you go. You get the bro.
We play for pride again.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. We already
make it 5 minutes.
We ain't make it 2 minutes. Damn. What's wrong with these two? All right. I got mine. You better get. All right. But the format, like I said, I think is a great format for the NBA All-Star game. Anthony Edwards won MVP. Also, they got to watch out when they interview Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards will let a drop in a minute or an N-word drop in a minute, dog.
You got to have a delay on there.
And he said after the game, he said, y'all know where I'm from. Y'all can see it all over me. He sat back in the chair. Y'all can see it all over me. You feel me? ATL in the building. So shout out to AE. He was surprised he won the MVP, but
I thought it was going to be Wemby. I thought Wemby was going to get it.
Yeah, it could have been Kawhi, even though they lost. But that game, I think he scored 31 of like the 40-plus points. Man, Kawhi went crazy.
They said he hadn't scored that much in a regular season game.
Right. Like, what you doing?
He went on. He snapped.
The owner was going crazy out there. We're happy to see it, but I'm sure he was like, can we save this for the season, sir? Can you do this in a real game?
Why you change your voice to European like that?
I don't even think he's European.
I mean, I'm just asking why you changed your voice to that.
All right. So yeah, that in the Intuit Dome out there at the Clippers Stadium, they have that wall up there. I saw that might be adopted now in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns new stadium. And what they're doing with the Huntington Bank Field, they could have like a dog pound / wall right there behind one of the end zone goalposts. Do you think that's going to be a trend that we'll see more in sports? With
absolutely. Matter of fact,
on the Intuit Dome.
I seen the video the Browns released of the virtual tour of it, and they absolutely have one of those. Got a dog. I think it's a dog pound section like extended out in the middle.
Yeah,
and then one end zone. But it's modeled after Intuit that because of the steepness of it, there's not a bad seat in the house. I forget the number of feet, but the furthest chair is going to be like only so many feet away from the field from a measurement standpoint, meaning, whether you're sitting in section 101 or section 501, you got the same kind of view to the stadium. So, man, as technology advances and architecture continues to advance, every time you get a new stadium, not only is the cost of building going to go up, it's going to have everything great that the last one has, and then new stuff as well.
Right. And that's what you're seeing with these new stadiums being built around the country. You see the one that's being built in Tennessee now, the Titans new stadium that's going up. Everything they're like more compact now. They're trying to get everybody closer to the field rather than being, up there in the top section in the corner and you just up there.
Yeah.
Everything now is trying to be more I guess more intimate setting.
Yeah, so it's
Even
kind of like doing
instead of
this with steepness instead of this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're further
It's
away.
gonna be
So
interesting design, man.
yeah. I'm liking it. Shoot, Buffalo Bills kind of did the same thing up there also. So something gonna be interesting, very interesting to watch for in
So
the future.
you just think about this, man. Jerry World, 20 plus years old now, and how it set the world on fire for that 70-yard screen, hanging over the field. Now people got screens that run around the entire field. Like you look what
Man,
Atlanta did with Benz, and you look again with SoFi there, and now what the Browns going to do with their video stuff. There's not going to be a bad seat.
in the Oakland A's, I think their projected stadium out in Las Vegas is one of those too. They have like a big curved video screen. So I think what Jerry World did was opening up the idea of man, we could put screens almost anywhere in
Mhm.
any shape and everything, going around the whole stadiums. You see these LED lights and screens around the stadium nowadays. So, you know, exciting things to look forward to. But you didn't answer my question. I don't think you did,
What's
or did
that?
I miss it? The NBA in good hands once LeBron is out of the league.
Yeah, I did say. I said life is going to be fine
But
without LeBron because you got Ant and Obama.
okay.
Like you got personalities. You have you got enough personalities out there that's going to sustain it. Ain't nobody finna play 23 years no more. Like there's no reason to. The contracts are so big. The demands are so small. Like there's going to be no motivation to it. You look at this, Chico. We're at the midway point of the season. All-Star break just ended, right?
That's right.
There is no doubt, and we kind of touched on this last week. There is no doubt in anybody's mind that Victor Wembanyama is clearly the defensive player of the year. If he missed just 4 more games, he can't get it. So he got to go from now to May without an injury, without the flu, without a hangnail, whatever it is. He missed 4 games, he can't get it. And then that opens it up for what's my man Rudy. He'll probably be next.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But it's like all this stuff is the records and stuff that LeBron is setting are so unobtainable for the future. It's like it's whatever. Like it's a whole the era is going to reset. It's like when Bill and Kareem left and Jordan left. When LeBron leaves, it's like going to be a whole new NBA.
Yeah,
Post LeBron.
It's going to have to be, man. I think they're in great hands though with Victor Wembanyama. You saw the Stars team win. I think that was a good thing for the NBA to see them win instead of LeBron and KD's teams win, because it'll be like now it's still in our hands. But now you see that, hey, you got great talent coming right behind us, Pauls, and the world also. And and now you got LeBron probably going to gear up for his final year next year. I hope it's not, but I think it could be his final year next year, whether it's in Cleveland or LA. And then you might be in a situation where they're in the locker room like, hey, man, we're running back next year versus these guys. And the world team is also motivated to come back next year also to do the same thing.
Let me ask you this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's an interesting concept here. LeBron got every record imaginable, right? So it's not necessarily about that from an individual standpoint.
Okay.
I remember not that I remember like personally, but when Jim Brown left, he left on top. He was at the peak of his abilities. Like you never saw a Jim Brown that couldn't run the ball no more. Like he left at the top. But leaving at the top mean everybody called him past him and his name ain't where it would have been. Like, so LeBron not going to have that problem. But I wonder if LeBron is willing to play until there's a slide in his abilities. Because like right now, what you're not seeing you haven't seen a drop off in anything that he does. Like
Right.
he hadn't dropped off in shooting percentage and free throws
Duncan.
and deep, like nothing has eroded. And so if you look at it from that standpoint, you talk about playing one more year, he probably got 4 or 5 in him.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think he could definitely play at least to 45, until we might see some drop off. And I think even then he can, adjust or modify his game to be more of a facilitator, passer, and rebounder, and even a defender and a less of a scorer, and still be on the winning team. If you mess around and go back to Cleveland next year with Harden and Mitchell and those guys, or if he just stays in LA and they add another piece and he takes a lesser role, I think he could prolong his career for several more years after that. But like you say, he hasn't dropped off.
Dog, you said something I ain't even thought about, man.
What's that?
Braun a year or two from now with Mitchell and Harden and Cleveland can win the East.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they could absolutely win the East.
Yeah. Without even giving up anything. Just add LeBron with those two big guys that they have, the men off the bench, and that front court, man. Hey, they'll be tough. So we'll stay tuned to see. Although I would love to just see him stay in LA.
Yeah, I just wonder, man. Like I said, I don't know the guy. It ain't like I can text him. From a psychological standpoint, not even physical. Like, is he willing to play the game even when he can't do the things he used to do? Because you look at everybody else who touched on 20 years or saving 15 plus, their stats took a big slide year 16, 17, 18 compared to year 1, 2, and 3. And his have yet to go down a point.
I'll tell you somebody who's been playing for a long ass time that we don't even realize because he's been right there next to and alongside LeBron, and that's Kevin Durant. I saw a graphic that had his stats from when he started. I think he hasn't been below 25 points a game since his rookie year. And it's been 16, 17 years for him too, dog. That's amazing.
Also, it really is.
Damn.
But from a body language standpoint and the way he talks about it, you can tell he's not interested in playing 25 years. He's interested in getting a championship, somewhere. But he doesn't. The dude told you he only take a bath every day because he ain't interested in it. He only get haircuts because he ain't interested in it. Like he ain't finna play another 8 years, man. He ain't finna do that.
Okay, we'll see. I was taking it the opposite way. I was taking it the way of he's saying he just want to hoop and he don't care about all the outside noise and stuff. So I think he would be one of those guys that'll hoop for as long as he can. I thought so. We'll see. Maybe he's talking about just hooping at the YMCA or Drew League or something like that, not necessarily NBA. We'll see a 47-year-old beating the brakes off of them. BTA.
Come on, Leon.
Yeah, man. We got several more things to talk about, man. I see y'all in the chat going crazy. Leon said what? He
said KD just started using lotion, so he got. Hey, Leon, if that's the case, I got 50 more because you can tell you what you ain't gonna find in my house.
I saw an AI picture. I saw an AI picture of Kevin Durant getting like a smooth haircut, like a taper, everything, right?
Getting what you're supposed to get.
Getting what you're supposed getting what everybody else would get. Getting the C-nice cut, right?
Yeah.
Look like a totally different person. Took 10 years off of him, man. That was crazy.
He don't care, dog. That man would tell you he don't care about that.
He don't care. I'm damn near like hearing Durant. Look at me. My mama told me the other day, Chico, Chico, why you don't put no dye in your beard? I said, what? You know your brother dyed his beard, right? Like, well, I'm not dying.
You told her because you want to be like, Chico, what you do if I got here one day that was all black?
I say, hey, man, that's your decision. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even roast you. I'd have a list of things to say, but I'll let you be, dog.
Just like you, hey, look, y'all runners. We was in the green room pre-show.
Here we go.
That's a lot. Somehow, Chico started singing the reading Rainbow song, and I was making up lyrics. And he's like, "Oh, you don't even know the song." I said, "You don't even know how to read. At least you worried about learning the song.
You know the song, but you don't know how to read. The object of the show is to learn how to read." my God,
You watched the show just for the song and then turned it off.
Right, just turn it off. I like the intro, mama.
Boy, I told you read the rainbow coming. Get your pen, your pencil paper out. Sit down.
But who don't know the words?
Song.
Who don't know the words of the Read the Rainbow theme? You had to be bad as hell not to even sit through that, dog. You don't?
It's somebody take a look. It's in a book. That's all I remember. So take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
I can do anything. Or I can go anywhere.
Except read.
All right, let me try to read this then. Watch this. Per ESPN sources, Kansas State is firing Jerome Tang for cause. They've informed him of this formally tonight. The basis for this cause firing is language in his contract that references any activity that brings public embarrassment, ridicule to Kansas State. Jerome Tang is out. What do you think about this? This is nearly $19 million still remaining on his contract, though. What do you think about that, Uncle Neely?
It's BS, man. If I'd have woke up with some wood this morning, I probably would have dropped a morning wood on it. I guess I left it all out there for Valentine's Day. Didn't have nothing. All the dude said was the truth.
All the dude said.
And when they talk about now we're gonna fire you because you put the university in a bad light, he said what he said in defending the university. He said what he said, saying this ain't the K-State way. This is not how we get down. This don't look like us. And the reason is because we soft to this, that, and I'm gonna fix it. It's like one hand, y'all want honesty from the coaches, then next time they give you honesty, you try to fire them. The women's Tennessee coach just had a moment like that when they played South Carolina State a couple weeks ago. She was like, "Hey, we played soft, like, and I can't count. I don't have a team I can count on yet." It's like if you're gonna get in a situation where you're firing coaches for being honest about their teams, I mean, come on, man. Like, damn. Now the truth may be, Chico, is that they really want to fire him because of the record, but you can't fire somebody because of the record. You can only fire somebody with cause, and losing ain't a cause. And so they're just trying to attach it to this. I am pretty sure he's going to sue or counter sue and be like, man, y'all can't fire me over that.
Yeah.
Because of what I sat there and said. I said, not to make Kansas State look bad, I said this team is making Kansas State look bad. This is not the Kansas State standard, et cetera, et cetera. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all going to fire him over that? Come on, man.
No, dog. He spoke for over 2 minutes following the Kansas State 29-point loss to Cincinnati. The Wildcats have lost their last 2 games by a combined 63 points. Here's what the coach said.
Hey, I'm gonna honor Christ like I always do. Blessed to do this, but this was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year.
Hold up, just stop right there. What's wrong with that?
I ain't heard no wrong.
Oh, okay. Also, is Tang Hispanic? I think he know there, but
he got a little dandy look.
It sounds like
embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. You know, it is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right. I have no answer, no words. So y'all got 2 questions. So whoever want to ask 2 questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability right now. But right now, like I'm like pissed, and this is all right. Questions.
These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans and our student section. It's just ridiculous. It means something to wear a K-State uniform.
No, what did he? I can't. I'm coaching. You hired me to coach a team. I'm taking responsibility in that I put these guys together, which is why I'm telling y'all some of them will not be back next year.
Right.
And you fire me for this?
what are we doing?
Just say you've been wanting to fire me and you didn't like my record, but you can't put Chico. If you put that
Or
on
calls.
this, no, they in a coaching job safe in America. If this guy is not able to countersue and get his money, there's not a coaching job safe in America. Kansas State can get away with this. Because now I can fire you for anything that you say critical about your team because you made the school look bad. You were too tough on them.
What?
And then everybody say we're too soft on them. And let me add this in, Chico, because I think it matters. When you start paying people, the game changes.
You ain't lying.
When your kids are cutting your grass and they missing some spots, oh, okay, come on, let's go. Let's do this over. Let's do this. When you hired a long man to cut it, he missed some spots. Oh, that's a problem.
Hell yeah. Like, I'm paying you $50. You asked for 50. I'm paying you 50, right? I asked to get my yard cut, but you only cutting this much. Should I give you 42? Like, what we doing? I'm giving you a whole 50. That's what you asked for. Cut my whole yard, dog.
I'm still trying to figure out, Chico, and I want to be sensitive to the sensitive folks out there. What did he say that was offensive?
I don't know. Maybe it was something
else.
else.
What did he say to put the university in a bad light? He defended the university by saying, "This ain't the Kansas State way."
Right.
Hey, student section, I'm sorry, we let you down. Hey,
right.
This ain't the way we're supposed to look. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do to fix it. Some of these people out here won't be back next year in this uniform.
That's all. That's what you really want to hear. A lot of people saying they don't have, and Uncle agreeing. I'm thinking that they don't have cause to fire him, and they will have to either settle or just pay up the $19 million, dog. But if I'm here, I'm definitely fighting for my $19 million. You got to pay me, boy.
I got to.
Man.
I got to.
What?
Because you have attached my firing to the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have made it about that, and there's no way speaking honestly to open a press conference about my team and what everybody else is out there seeing and thinking. That's right, Von Randall. Not coaches got to walk on eggshells or lose their bread.
Right. Hell no. It's like what Coach Prime said. Y'all seen what I seen. You seen
it.
Right.
Coach, you made the university look bad. We're going to have to let you go.
What?
Come on,
man.
All
right. You got to pay me my bread, boy. Give me my money.
And like I said, just recently, and we're going to touch on the LSU South Carolina game as well, but just recently, Tennessee's women coach, see if you can find that, Chico. Tennessee's women coach, Tennessee's women coach, had a similar kind of press conference and calling her players out about their toughness. And even they asked the opposing coach, Dawn Staley, about it. And she said, well, one thing she'll learn as a young coach is, you may not want to say it publicly, but it wasn't nothing wrong with what she said, but you might not want to say it publicly. So I can see how people will think, oh man, what he said about his team, he should have just said in the locker room. But that still, to me, does not justify termination.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're saying, hey man, his conduct unbecoming made the school look bad. You embarrassed the university, and that's one of the clauses in your contract. You can't embarrass us. And your words embarrassed us. Man, we just lost by 30, man. And jokers wasn't even diving on the floor for loose balls or trying to get 50-50 balls. And I'm supposed to sit and be like, oh, we're fine?
Yeah. What Leon said.
Yeah. He said, you're right, Leon.
Tennessee coach said that the team quit. Is that something wrong with that?
They did.
I'm assessing my team, dog. She said, we just had a lot of quitting us tonight, Caldwell said. After a 93-50 loss to South Carolina on Sunday, the 43-point margin, a record for the largest defeat in Tennessee women's basketball history. Of course, we didn't see that with the legendary Pat Summitt there. He didn't play those games, dog. So at the end of the day, though, if you have a legend like that that's been at your school that set all those records, and you're going to have coaches that's going to have to succeed and become behind them. You can't hold them to that. I don't think you hold them to that same exact standard, dog. You feel me? So they coming in a bad situation, kind of like DeBoyer at Alabama coming behind Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got some huge shoes to fill, man.
I like what Pot of Coffee said right there, man. The truth shouldn't be embarrassing, especially whenever that truth was just done in front of an arena and on national TV.
Yeah.
What did Coach Prime say, Chico? You just quoted it. Y'all watched the game. Y'all saw what I saw.
You saw what I saw, dog. What we doing?
Hey, Coach, what's the problem? Did you
you
watch
know
the
what?
game?
And you know what? It was almost like Coach was saying also, hey, y'all be asking me all these questions. Y'all damn near think y'all got all the answers. You saw what I saw too. So you should have had the answers. Anyway, we digress. Let's just go on to the next piece of news. Y'all clip this and let us know what y'all think. Coach Tang, all right? Ain't nothing wrong with a little Tang.
No, man, free that guy. Get that guy his money. Chico, I don't know if you watched it while we just parlayed and pivoted into women's basketball. What a game on Thanksgiving, on Valentine's night. I know you was out getting your Dunkin' Hines on, baking cakes.
Yeah,
South Carolina, LSU, primetime matchup on national TV. Dawn Staley gets to win her 18th in a row over LSU. Heck of a game, man. Went down to the wire. 1 point lead at halftime. Stayed close all the way to about the last 2 minutes. But Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks, or some people say the Cockheads when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah, I actually had somebody say, yeah, you going to watch the Cockheads game tonight? I don't know what the Cockheads are. Watching the Gamecocks.
Well, they're ranked number 3 right now. LSU number 6. Gamecocks 25-2. Dawn Staley continue to win ball games, man, and to bring in those recruits to where she can stay at the top of the college basketball world. What'd you think about the game, huh?
I loved it, man. Watched it from tip off to the buzzer. If both teams had their moments, had some runs, and to not only do what South Carolina did, to do it in the Maravich Center, which is louder than some NFL stadiums, just shows their heart and tenacity, and shows Dawn Staley's coaching ability as well. I think one of the reasons where it went off the wire to end is LSU's coach gave a challenge that she shouldn't have given, because a player has to be able to come and tell the coach, hey, don't challenge that. I touched that ball last.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you fail on the challenge, you lose a timeout. And they were down to their last timeout, and they challenged it, and they lost the challenge. They lost the timeout. Their star player, Flaugier, missed 2 crucial free throws that would have either tied the game or made both of them take the lead. And so, Chico, when you got 40 seconds left in the game and you down 1 or tied or up 1 and no timeouts, those are 3 different scenarios, 3 vastly different play call situations.
Yeah.
And so shout out to South Carolina for managing that and doing the damn thing. And take this, dog. You don't beat nobody 18 times in a row. Look.
Hell no.
And that gave her 500th win.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to 500 wins and don't know what the hell you're doing.
Man, I used to love Dawn Staley back in the day when she played on that USA basketball team. When she first came to light, from I think she went to Virginia, and she was a star then. But when she came on that USA basketball team, though, that ponytail pulled back, that was my crush.
Light skin was in then too.
Light skin was in. I had me a little basketball playing girlfriend that I thought was Dawn Staley. So I used to.
Was it the girl?
I used to, Anyways, let's guy here.
Yeah. Chico, I'm using your language. The last time you talked about your girlfriend, you
LSU.
Girl. So, yeah, man, shout out to Dawn Staley. Big win.
Crazy, dog.
Doing the damn thing. And Chico, I'm going to tell you what now. I was with you, but I had a big crush on Dawn Staley. She got a bad walk on her now, and I don't mean bad as in good.
Oh, I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up, dog. I promise you, I saw her walking, and I was like, does Dawn have the Kenny Smith and the Fat Joe?
Oh, my God. Right, it's like Kenny Smith and Fat Joe had a baby. Them legs going anywhere they want to go.
Does it happen? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
I was like, oh, I'm not going to say that about it, but Unk brought it up, yeah.
Man, she came walking down that sideline. I was like, baby girl, how your knee going this way, your foot going?
Oh, with those sweatpants, when you can see it through the sweatpants. That's what it's a. I was like, damn,
yeah,
not my girl.
Them knees was knocking, baby. Them
knees was banging, shooting, pow.
And Chico, here I am.
I'm sorry.
I'm watching it, and somehow I'm convinced I'm the only person in America that's seen it.
That's how I think I was. I was like, hey,
And
I'm
it
not
was
gonna bring
so
it out.
bad that I was like, ooh, please get the camera off her. Please get the camera off her. Somebody see it.
Like we try to protect her.
Oh yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal,
man. I love Dawn Staley, dog. Love her to death.
That
For a
walk,
long time.
she has given up them knees to the game.
Yeah, man. You got to charge those to the game right there, man. It happens. It happens. But I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, dog. Them they gone.
Yeah, they were banging on each other. But anyway, LSU, I don't think they're the first, but they definitely will have the patches on their jerseys. I think every college team will strike a deal like this to where they'll have patches on their jerseys. Basketball, football also. What do you think about this? Whether the NCAA is going this route now?
I'm gonna call it the prime effect. Because let me tell y'all a true story. Back at Jackson State University, when Coach Prime first put his players' handles, their ats, as he called them, on the back of the jerseys, he wanted to do a partnership with corporations for the front of the jersey for game day. And of course, the NCAA stepped in and said it can't be done. Shout out to Hope Credit Union, CEO Bill Bynum. He was in on the partnership, and Jackson State was going to have credit union, Hope Credit Union jerseys. And it wasn't allowed at the time, but of course, because it was Coach Prime idea. Yeah. Nevertheless, what they did approve at the time is that you could do it for practice stuff. You could do corporations on your practice jerseys, but now we've reached a point with the influx of money in collegiate sports that here it is. You'll be seeing it this fall, where you have the team on the front and looking like a NASCAR car.
Yeah,
have a logo somewhere.
Or even when I played in Europe, of course, you're gonna bring it back to me. When I played in Europe, we had patches over the front of our jersey, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I honestly, I thought it was the coolest thing. I was honored to go over there and play with patches all over me. You know what I'm saying? Paul's like, I'm sure you're gonna try to bring it up, but the point is that it brings in the ad revenue, dog. Like, why wouldn't you want to do this, especially when you're paying the players now? You want to try to increase that by any chance you can. And this is like an obvious one right here. But like you said, when Coach Prime bring up the idea and they say no to it or whatever, they don't want to do that. Then they set it up to where they can make announcements like this. LSU makes history, not Coach Prime and what he thought about what he did or whatever. But LSU is the first major university to unveil jersey sponsorship patches after the NCAA approval, partnering with Woodside Energy for a multi-million-dollar deal. He's scared.
And I'm telling you about the power of Prime and marketing. He was still able to, get a deal just about done with Hope on the practice jerseys, because he was able to show that, hey man, through the school's platforms, through Reach the People, through Neil and the Pregame Network, through Well Off, we have more eyes on our social media than ESPN has on his games. Exactly. So you're not losing money by sponsoring the practice jerseys, because we're going to guarantee you that from a totality of our coverages, more people are going to see it than seeing it during the game on ESPN anyway. And before the deal was concreted, of course, the rest is history. Coach Prime, took the opportunity to move on to Colorado. But these kind of things, man, Prime has been putting out there, such as having spring game opponents, having marketing rights on your game day jerseys to generate extra revenue. All this stuff has, been his idea. And it's amazing how a little bit of time go by and somebody else says, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah. That's how
it works. They don't say where they got it from.
That's how it works. Hell, not to hold no punches. Hey, I've seen people do many things on this digital YouTube platforms that we've started, or hell, I've seen some things I've started that people have doing. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's just let them do y'all thing. Do y'all thing, dog.
Yeah, get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in, man. You know what I mean? It's enough out here for everybody, but at least you could have said, hey, man, shout out to Big Dog Chico and Uncle Neely for, you know what I mean? But you know what? We don't even need that credit, dog. Just do your thing. Do your damn thing.
To pot of coffee, it really is history. I see what you're saying, but it really is history. because the names that you're mentioning are the people who manufactured the jersey. So their name gets to be on it, and it's not considered advertising because it's their jersey. They manufactured it. So it'll say, it can say Russell on there. It can say Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Reebok. But now you have the opportunity where you can say Chico's Bed and Breakfast.
There you go.
You know, Neely's Hot
enough. Yeah. So there you go. Hey, all these companies, big businesses out there, you're going to see them on it next to your favorite college team logo on their jersey, on their chest, you know, coming this season. Basketball, football, baseball, hockey, whatever it is, just like LSU will have it on all of their sports jerseys. I think it was 21
it's not a direct tie. It's not a direct tie, Chico, but it's part and parcel of the reason why I be telling folks Notre Dame ain't gonna have a choice but to get into a conference. The money and the TV money gonna dictate it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be missing out on too much by not doing it.
Hey, it's all about that money, money, money. Ask the USA. You feel me? Hey, we got to get to a schedule update for the Colorado Georgia Tech game. But before we do that, something that went viral, I think last week, at least it did on my social media. Y'all go check out Big Dog Chico Sports Talk on Facebook. And one of the biggest things I posted was Cayenne Anthony, the son of Carmelo Anthony, getting a DNP from his coach, a do not play from his coach, right? But of course, after that, he has now responded. They just got a big win, 79-78 thriller over SMU. And the young Anthony responded with a 13-point performance off the bench, 5 of 10 shooting, showing his resilience. Let's hear what he had to say after the game.
All day, every day. So he was the first person to call me today and just told me that he was the main one telling me, stay in the gym, it's going to pay off. And I feel like I did that. And sometimes it could be hard because, me still being an 18-year-old trying to feed into the media, that's what we do is look on Instagram, look on Twitter. First time I deleted stuff like that and just kind of stayed away from everything, locked into my family, locked into my friends, and just stay ready, Well, I know the work I put in. It might not necessarily show on the next day or a day after that, but just staying positive, staying ready through it all. I could have easily shut down, curled into a ball, but I was just ready and just stayed in the gym. Like, the gym was my safe and happy place for these last few days to a week, and nothing's going to change. I'm going to stay in there. That's really my best friend, so I just go to the gym whenever I can and just staying level-headed. That's the main thing.
Young fella. Showing that maturity right there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you got to embrace the coaching, man. It's easy for us to sit back and say, oh, man, how does the coach do their star player like that, their potential star player, particularly when their dad is who their dad is. But I bet you it didn't happen without that coach talking to who that dad is too. We're just not privy to it. And whatever happened, it worked. You got the young guy's attention. And what I loved about the maturity I'm saying is, he learned how to stay away and off of social media and letting total strangers guide the way he thinks and acts and responds to his coaching. That was my biggest way. The 15 point, good. Getting back into the game, good. But to learn at that age and learn the hard way, and there's an old saying, Chico, that lessons learned in blood are not soon forgotten. And so the fact that he had to bleed a little bit to learn that lesson, this is going to be a guy that's going to go through his collegiate career, NBA career, and pay less and less attention to what somebody is tweeting about him and focus on what he knows to be the truth. Because doesn't nobody know his situation better than him and the coach.
Right. And the Coach Adrian Autry praised his fight, talked about the win and talked about how he, sees that opportunity that he did have. But what I see some similarities in with Cayenne's response right here, I would liken it to, and then, with his father, I would liken it to Shador and showing that maturity right there, especially at a young age. Shador at Jackson State, freshman year, sophomore year, a lot of people wasn't, really familiar with how mature and how grown he was and just showing that in the midst of adversity like this right here, and you're seeing it come out now. And I think it all goes back to, credit to his parents, mother and his father, who's been in the spotlight. And Carmelo, a Hall of Famer, just like Coach Prime knows how to handle this situation, can talk to his son, let him know what to expect, how to handle this, get off social media, block that out, stay focused, get in the gym. Same thing Coach Prime just gave the advice to Shedeur Sanders a week ago. Hey, man, we're not worried about the outside noise. Stay focused, do what you got to do. Get the playbook early, get in there and learn. Same thing Cayenne is doing. So big shout outs and hand claps to the young fella Cayenne Anthony and Carmelo.
Hey, if only Manny was here, he could have hit the hand clap button.
Could have hit the hand clap button. How about this? Y'all clap it up in the chat for us. Put some hand claps in the chat. We'll let the runners do it. All right, let's go to news of the day, and that is a schedule update for the Georgia Tech Colorado game in the ATL going down now Thursday, September the 3rd. Georgia Tech. Unk, significance for this right here. What do you think?
I love the move up. It's going into Labor Day weekend. Starting off Labor Day weekend, if for those who are unfamiliar, you now have a week 0 in college football, which should be about mathematically August 29th or so, those games. This will be the first real week of college football, week 1. And to move your game to a Thursday, although the kickoff time hasn't been announced, you have the opportunity to set the tone, for college football for the entire season. Because it's going to be, as you see, a ESPN game. It's just a matter of what time it is going to kick off. But doing it on that Thursday, man, puts you in that position of where maybe 1 or 2 other games that day, but nobody else at your particular time slot.
Yeah.
So, again, let's go prime effect. And as Tupac would say, all eyes on me.
All eyes. Definitely, man. You got a hell of a new roster for the Buffs, and a lot of people are anticipating and looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah,
and,
Juju going home.
Juju going home.
Prime going home.
Going home.
There's a lot of backstories to this, and moving it to a Thursday where you have the opportunity to be the only thing on at that particular kickoff team versus being on a crowded Saturday where there are other games at your time. I absolutely love it for these players and the exposure they're going to get.
Yeah. Seeing comments saying that they love the Georgia Tech and Colorado game being moved to the opening night of Thursday night. Georgia Tech is absolutely on the rise, and this is a great stage. Colorado, they're saying Colorado needs another image boost, and Deion Sanders' team is kind of out of sight, out of mind on the national stage is what Barrett Selly said. What do you think about that, Unc? Saying that Coach Prime and the Buffs are out of sight, out of mind right now.
I think that's somebody who ain't looking at the whole big picture. I would say to you that because of the 3-9 season, and it being the first season without Shedeur, without Travis, right? And you kind of bounced around trying to find the right quarterback chemistry out there. You didn't have a real answer, like I said before. You cannot replace a Shedeur Sanders, but you want to replace the Sh or the Dur or get something out there. And we had to hunt around to get that right chemistry at quarterback. But now going into this, you not only coach Prime, who is guaranteed 3-9 won't happen again. You now have a quarterback, the best thing to come out of Georgia, high school quarterback, going back home for week 1. You got a new young Maverick offense coordinator who created his own offense called the Go-Go, and is taking place with somebody who came to your house last year and barely beat you.
Yes.
Like you gave the game away. Now you're going to their house in Atlanta, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's on Georgia Tech campus, man. Might need to move that thing to the Benz Dome before it's over with. So I think it's going to be more eyes than people expect on this game.
Yeah, you got some guys coming in with some get back in mind. You have some guys who wasn't there for that game, but also headed back to their home area of Georgia, or home state of Georgia. So, there are going to be some guys that's there ready to put on for their city, to quote Pastor Troy, DSGB. Shout out to them.
I would say this to you, Chico, and to the morning runners out there, y'all get ready for it. That this season, as it relates to eyeballs on it, is going to rival that and possibly exceed the Travis Hunter Heisman season and the year 1 Shedeur season. Because, again, Coach Prime saying, and this will not be no 3-9, I'm fixing that. You're going to have people in the world watching to see if they're hoping he's wrong, and you have people watching, hoping he's right. People want to see this new offense. People want to see this new quarterback who was able to sit back a year and grow and mature. I think all of that is, going to lend to more eyeballs on the program than ever before. So I think there's going to be a greater need, for things like media training and of the sort, because I think the attention is going to be astronomical and exponential compared to past years, because people want to see it. People want to see if Coach Prime is going to fail. People want to see if he's going to win. Because there's nothing like to get people attention, Chico, other than a guarantee.
Yeah, right. So it's a little bit watching from a different perspective, so to speak. They want to see, what can happen. Instead of want to see Travis Hunter, want to see Shador, they're watching now, like you're saying, they want to see if Coach Prime going to succeed, or most of them watching to hope that he fails.
Yeah. I remember year one going into Colorado, the motivation for people to watch was, all right, we hear you, Prime, but can these dudes do what they did at the HBCU level in the Power 5 still at that time level, because the Pac still existed. And you go to Texas to play TCU, a team who had just 9 months before played in the national championship. And what did Shador and Travis do but show the world that it translates?
Put on the damn show.
And as people began to believe it, the views actually went down because the haters got proven wrong.
Yeah.
And as the wheels came off the back of the season, the views started to go back up because I'm here to see Prime lose. Then you get to the next season with the 9-3 Heisman Trophy winner, Johnny Unitas winner. That actually had lesser views than people who wanted to see that first TCU game. And I'm telling you, Chico, when Coach Prime ended the season with "this will not happen again, I'm going to fix this. I'm letting Buff Nation know this ain't happening again." Juju starting, go offense. Hey, Niblett going home, Georgia.
Niblett going home, yeah, for sure.
And then all of these factors, brilliant move to move this to a Thursday. All eyes on the Buffs, no other competition.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I'm just excited that Coach Prime was able to look at all of these players that's coming in and hand pick them, sift through the trash, the garbage, whatever, and say, I want that one. I need him. I want him. And assemble these guys together. Can't wait to see what the spring's going to bring and this season's going to bring also.
I guarantee you, Chico, and I don't know how we can find it out to prove that we're right on this one, but the corporate advertising rates for ESPN on that Thursday are going to be higher than they would have been for that Saturday.
Absolutely. That's crazy.
Because in the words of Jay-Z,
got to pay the plate, baby.
Rap mags want to use my black ass so advertisers can give them more cash for ads.
Did you get that from Decoded or you just?
That's the thing, man. We got to knock out some decoders, man. We've been tripping.
Yeah.
It's coming,
right.
Chico. All eyes.
Decode this for me, before we get up out of it. I know we're at the top of the hour. Let us know where you're checking in from. Put your city, your state in the chat. Make sure you get ready to hype this video once it's done. But we got to go to this final topic right here. No sex in the champagne room. No sex at BYU. What you think, Unk? No sex allowed, no smoking, no drinking. Will they ever win a championship? I see people commenting on this huge story. Wide receiver got charged for the RAPE. What you think, Unk? What's going on at BYU?
Well, BYU, man, Mormon University, they sign a morality clause when you go there as a student, some things that you won't do, drinking, premarital sex, et cetera, et cetera. Just another reason to come to Colorado for me.
Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm not even going to.
No, we gonna give you rubbers.
Well, let's keep it real then. God damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna give you rubbers. We're gonna talk about sex education. We're gonna let you know that don't just rely on a strong pullout game because that don't prevent disease. Like, we're gonna talk to you, get you to sign something say you ain't gonna have no sex. We're gonna just teach you how to have sex the right way.
Oh my gosh! If you decide to, we're gonna teach you how to do it the correct and safe way.
And again, there's nothing wrong with the BYU approach. That's for them. Like that works for them. Yeah, that's their school. Amen to them. Hats off to them. Love them. But there are other approaches that other schools take, to have their standards as well. So
yeah, and it's not allowing you to smoke in the stands, but you know what I mean. We're not going to make you sign something that say you're not going to smoke in the stands. Is what I'm taking from this right here.
You smoke at that team hotel, like Coach Prime said, it'll be your last puff ever.
Now that's something different right there, dog. You can't be.
He said He said, you better draw back on it long and deep. It's gonna be your last whatever.
No, I could imagine being a player like I was back then and had the teammates that I had back then that be playing for Coach Prime. Because, dog, I've seen guys get caught in the airport when they check your bags. They got a whole box of blunts. And you can't say I'm smoking Swisher Sweets. Yeah. No, we know you putting stuff in there, dog. So I can't imagine that. Because I've done some crazy stuff in those team hotel rooms. I'd be damned if I was gonna take a chance if Coach Prime just told you not to do it. Nah, we just leave it at that, dog. Just know.
But if Prime walked in and caught you hitting it, you gonna throw it down like you wasn't, or you gonna go ahead and finish and enjoy it?
Like if you like mid smoke, like
yeah, you right here. And the door open is your head coach. You gonna be trying to breathe like the police detective in Harlem Nights.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of the movie. What movie was that? Where the dude was I don't know. I'd be so scared, but I will be able to tell. I can't tell this story. I think I told it before, but I'll tell it again right now, real quick. Real quick though. I was in a hotel room doing exactly what you weren't supposed to do in the hotel room. And I had who ended up becoming Falcons all-pro receiver, Roddy White, in the room with me. We were hotel room buddies or roommates on the road trips. So I remember all I remember, I was doing something and Roddy said, man, you gonna get us catch. I said, what? I said, man, you gonna get us catch. You know, he get you. I was like, what you mean? Man, you gonna get us caught. You can't be doing that in the hotel room. I was like, oh, man, I got to change my ways now. I got to change my ways. So that was the last time I did that in the hotel rooms. And that was probably the last time Roddy was my roommate, too, on the road trip. So
per his demand.
Per his demand.
and Chico, I would imagine. Let me see. Yeah, I got a little money.
Roddy said,
I got a little money.
Hey, coach.
I will bet you this Travis Hunter 100.
Ooh, that's nice.
I bet you this Travis Hunter 100. I bet you on your team, you have more travel roommates than anybody ever had because you probably had to get a new one every week.
No, I wasn't that guy.
You probably had to get a new roommate every week. Somebody stood up, man. I stay with Chico. It can't be that damn bad. Then next road trip, coach. I can't
do it, coach. This man want to watch wrestling all night. He want to try to wrestle. He done wrote a freestyle.
Man,
the man
bites his toenails, coach.
Bites his come on, dog. What we doing? Hey, man, we appreciate you guys joining us on another episode of the Morning Run. This has been Unk and Chico live and direct right here on TMR. Y'all can call us TMR Live, too, on the Pregame Network. Wow. Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? All right. Hold on. I got to go to this one right here. Let me see what Reverend BJ Nelson said. Reverend BJ said, for me, I smoked in the airplane 30,000 feet back in the day, lit my cologne in the bathroom. I got scared as hell on the plane one time. I went into a bathroom, and by the time I came out, the stewardess was like, did you smoke in the bathroom? I'm like, no, what you talking? Did you vape? I'm like, what the hell? I guess somebody vaped before I went in there, right? I'm like, I don't fucking vape. I damn, they got mad, right? And she went through this whole spiel about how she can kick me off the plane for vaping in the bathroom. And I'm like, ma'am, do I look like I vape? I'm like, I was like,
with them tight ass eyes, yes, sir, you do.
And that's what I thought about. I was like, ma'am, do I look like I vape? And she was like,
yeah, I play for the Gamecocks. You play for the Cockheads. That's what it looked like.
Boy, that was so funny and so scary.
Chico, all right, I know we got to go for real. We're 110, but this eye show. Speaking of your eyes looking like you vape, I thought about you yesterday. Random little news reports came out. Electric car. They had an Asian guy, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna take this car back because my sleep warning keep going off." So he filmed himself driving. You know, his eyes like this, wide open to him, and it's like, "Morning, you are falling asleep." And he like, "No, I'm not. I'm up." I said, boy, Chico had that car.
Imagine if he had to do that every 5 minutes. Like, no, I'm here.
Talking about, do I look like I vape? Yes.
Do I look like I vape? I was thinking like, vapors are a little 14-year-old girl. I'm sorry not to say that. Hopefully mine won't, but just stereotype vaping. That's what I was trying to do. But yeah, at the end of the day, they used to smoke on the planes back in the day, huh?
Hey, 2 supers before we get out of here, Chico, from Jermaine Thomas, 40-50. Back when we were talking about basketball, she's a basketball player. He's talking about the way don't walk in. And what other than that?
Virginia, you just clicked on it. There you go. I guess we trying to click it at the same time now. you click. Go ahead.
3, 2. Virginia's women basketball has a current baddie, Kamora Jones. I'm going to have to Google her, the hometown girl from Charlottesville, VA. Appreciate that info, man, Thomas. If y'all make it a super chat, no matter the amount, we most def are going to get to it. Appreciate that bread, man. Man, your name was man. They just call you man.
Yeah, everybody still call him man. Shout out to Jermaine. I saw him down there in the Keys. I think it was Florida Keys doing his thing, man. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy life, baby. Enjoy life. All y'all got good weather out there. Enjoy. Get outside. Move around. Do some things. Walk. Talk. Do something.
Speaking of, how was your daughter's first real softball game?
It was amazing. But let me say this real quick. I guess I can say this. Back in the day, there used to be maybe 1 or 2 big kids on the team. You'd be like, oh, that's a big kid. Oh, that's a big kid. Man, the team they played against had about 4 or 5 big old kids on there, man. Kept coming up back to back. So my daughter first game playing, they got this big old girl on the pitcher mound about my size, right? The coach tell us it's a scrimmage. It's the first game. She might not play, da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm on the sideline just watching, expecting her not to play, just stay in the dugout.
Yeah.
I go chase after my son. I look up. I see my daughter in the batter's box. Looked like she was nervous as hell. The pitcher was my size, Unc. I said, I would have been nervous up there too, so I ran up there behind her. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry. Oh, man. But she got a walk, though. She got on base, and she scored, so that's a good thing. So
you say ran her behind, Chico. You was at the fence behind the umpire?
Yeah, I had to run behind the fence. Yeah, yep.
Chico, sit your ass. Don't be that guy, Chico.
Don't be that guy?
No, Chico. Don't be that parent.
I was trying not to be, but can't just let her go up there by herself. Unc, I can't let her do
it. Where you leave little man at? You just ran away real left.
Unc, I ran all the way from right field, Unc. All the way around, all the way down there behind.
Little man still out there?
Little man was back. I was like, hey.
I know the little man. He run like Don Staley walk. I know he could keep up.
I know you didn't.
Little Joker top heavy. I know he could keep up with you.
Nah, I had to run down there and support her, dog. I feel so sorry for her, dog.
Chico,
I remember
you
my first time.
You made the right choice, Chico.
Oh.
Your choice is either leave his little thick ass and carry him, and I know you.
I was like,
you
he'll be all right.
I told that joke.
I'm like, that little not gonna be all right. I'll leave him back there. Whatever happens to him back there. Hell, he'll be all right. Tough it out, little nigga. Tough it out.
Well, you try to run 100 yards toting that joke.
They gonna tell me the other day I need a Band-Aid. I was like, Band-Aid? Ain't no damn Band-Aid. Your sisters need Band-Aids.
It's the morning run, man. It's Monday. It's February.
Yeah,
Valentine's Day is behind us. It's President's Day out there. So a lot of y'all off work if you're in the feds. I know you're waiting on the check in the mail. It ain't coming today because the post office closed. We will be back Wednesday morning run. Friday, we'll be joined by another coach from the coaching staff on Friday. Had to miss y'all this Friday because I was traveling and a little breakdown communication. But in that vein, let me give a big shout out to why I was traveling to Jackson State. Earl Sanders. He's the current head coach of Tougaloo baseball, but he was drafted in the first round by the Toronto Blue Jays from Jackson State, and he got inducted into the College Baseball Hall of Fame up in Overton Park, just outside Kansas City. So I went up there to attend that, support that beautiful program. Didn't record the whole thing, but his induction part of the program is up on the network, about a 4-minute clip. Y'all can check that out. Black history, living Black history. Only two people from Jackson State baseball in the College Baseball Hall of Fame. His former head coach, Bob Braddy, and now the first player to go, Earl Junior is what we call him, Sanders. Shout out to Earl Sanders, Baseball Hall of Fame.
And you would have thought Unk was a little 13-year-old baby boy, the way he was hollering in the background, Junior! Junior! I know he did it on purpose. He wasn't even that excited. He just did it on purpose to bother his homeboy.
Hey, but one thing now, if y'all watch that clip, you're going to hear the MC of the ceremony say, all right, Arkansas, they coming for y'all. Because Arkansas, one of their coaches went in. They over there about 50 deep, and they did their little pig suey chill.
Okay.
They had us. They ain't put us all together. We had about 4 tables. They went all together. You know, I started that fired up. J-State, fired up. Hey. Well, white folks are looking so scared.
Who are all these big beards up in here talking about some fired up? Not man.
Yeah, I mean, like his head coach said, man, Earl Sanders was Ohtani before Ohtani. You're talking about in 1986 was pitcher of the year and batter of the year.
Yes. People need to know about him too, man. Shout out to the great Earl Sanders. Congratulations once again on your Hall of Fame induction. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we come to the part of the show.
Man. Von Randall said that yelling was beautiful.
Hey. I think she was talking about the video or the ceremony, not the yelling part.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was the yelling part. My bad.
Get it right. Damn, you just adding stuff to it. What you doing? Reading like me now? You just make up stuff? Damn. Goodness gracious. I thought you was the smart one.
The whole people that were there know Earl Sanders a junior.
We gotta keep this balance. You can't be you gotta you know what I mean? You gotta
I ain't just say junior. I say, go ahead, Junior.
He gave one of those shouts where you be embarrassed by as a family member, dog. Hey, shout out to the AllStar game. They did a great job. I love those uniforms too. Those warm-ups.
Oh, yeah, they were dope, man.
Yeah. Tyreek, we'll see where you land.
What about Bron put the crown on himself and KD was the only one to clap.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, go back and watch the introductions. I see you, KD.
I'm not a huge fan of Bron doing this for himself. I love Bron.
If he's standing there waiting on somebody else to do it, y'all won't do it.
But, bro, like.
King. Biatch.
I'm with you, though, Bron. I'm with you, 100%. Until next time, we're going to be up and up out of here. Put your black fist in the sky. Shock us high. And keep your rebel damn flags and fry. We're going to be up and up out. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all. You be sure. Let's go.